Howdy ho, folks, it's Plancocat here with my 7th Planet Coaster 1 Park Spotlight. Welcome to the video, and thank you for strapping on the snowshoes, bundling up tight, and joining me on our final hike up here to Samaraa Park, Part 7, Scandinavia, built by architect and artist Genetix-Soft. Those of you who've traveled with me this far will surely lament that this PlayStation 5 park will unfortunately bring this incredible collection of companion parks to a close. But whether you're just coming to this series at its end, seen a few here or there, or have been right along with me from the beginning, thank you for allowing me to be your tour guide through some of the best parks in Planet Coaster. But worry not, these spotlights will continue, beginning with my very own park very soon. But let's get down to details. This park's description reads, "Dear visitors, after Polynesia, the ancient country, the Amazon forest, and so many others, the journey comes to an end. The time has arrived to go to the northern lands of Scandinavia. With the Norwegian port, Odin's village, Watchtower, and Viking tavern, the Norse gods await you, Skull. This area includes a shoot-the-shoot, Nordic Quest, a Vekoma STC, Raven, a Fall Tower, Watchterror, a Breakdance, Drag-a-Skip, and Tyr, a family wooden coaster." Genetix-Soft finishes by saying, "The Samaraa adventure therefore ends with this part, but I am not finished with Planet Coaster. I still have things to achieve for future projects. See you soon for new adventures." And while our travels with Genetix-Soft end here, these videos won't. So, if you have enjoyed this series and would like to see more of the same, please make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Plancocat if you would like to have your park placed in the Plancocat spotlight. That said, let's grab our tickets, buckle in, and ride on. Hello and welcome one and all to arguably the best park in this entire series, the one that inspired me to create this series, the Scandinavia Samaraa Park Part 7 by none other than the incredible, imaginative Genetix-Soft. Here we are, and right from the entrance, you can tell that you're in for an absolute treat. From the plaza, you can tell that you're in for a feast for the eyes. I mean, from the entrance here, you can see the level of detail that has gone into creating this particular section of the park. The buildings, even this area over here, we'll get to that. But this one is just pure inspiration and pure imagination. It is wonderful. We're gonna hop into this gift shop. This is when I first discovered these parks. It was this gift shop that I walked into, as in all of the other gift shops that I've walked into in his parks, and I was blown away. And I said, "What else has he created? Is it the same level of care and consideration put into every single park?" And the answer was yes. If you've watched this series, the answer is absolutely yes. And I loved it. Everything from the music to the metal detectors I can't get enough of is just, you could tell there's a lot of effort put into this. Oh my gosh. And then we come out onto this view. I love this. And I'm working on my own Scandinavian section of my own park, and that video will be coming out hopefully sometime next week. I'm very excited for that. I've been working on that one for over a year. So keep your eyes on the lookout for that. Great timing. Look at that. I love this view. And this water ride right here. We're not going to ride this, but we're gonna enjoy it from a distance. And this lighthouse too. Let me hop over here past this awesome photo booth. So cool. I love the way this is so detailed, right? Usually don't see, it's just a kind of a box. Most people just do a box with a few monitors, a few screens, but even the cash registers just add a level of sophistication to this. And I love how there's this splash screen, we'll call it, right? So Here we go. You got a boat coming down. You know, you're a parent, you got some kids. You don't want to get wet, but your kids, they love it. So, you know, we're just going to wait in here. We can still see you. We can, you know, the glass will get wet, but we won't. Yeah, I love that. And this is a path, too. This is usable by the guests. It's a part of the exit here on this ride. Yeah, like I said, we're not gonna ride it, but I love it. I love it. Oh, that was actually the entrance. Oh, no, that was the exit. Yeah, that's the exit. Saw some folks heading the other way. Yeah, this is the exit. So, you know, if you didn't get wet enough on the ride, you could certainly get soaked again. And then grab your photos. But yeah, really, really cool. And I love the rock and snow. And this is something that I'm working on in my park, and it's hard to do. And it's great. And I believe I just watched one of Chacho's videos actually did something very similar. He made it was an inverted coaster that went through kind of an alpine territory. And he used this technique. Instead of like building up a huge mountain from the terrain, you just use a couple of the snow boulders, put some rocks in there, and it looks like you've got, you know, a hill, a mountain with some snow laying on top. Really great and sophisticated technique. We're going to come to this part last. Odingard. I love that section. We're going to save that for last because it is the best as you do, and which is hard to do in a park like this because everything is the best. Not to overstate it. We're going to head back, and we have a bit of a change in the pathing here, which is really nice because you get a different feel in this area. And I love, let's take a zoom in here, the scalloped roofs on these buildings as you head back toward this wooden coaster, which is awesome. That is a juggernaut back there. But these statues here, I love this disco ride, the way it's angled, and Genetix-Soft does a great job of making it feel like it's actually sitting on the side of a hill. Not to mention this statue in the middle, and of course, as you know, Planet Coaster 2, once that comes out, that would be moving right along with the ride. So that is very exciting to look forward to. I actually just pre-ordered it, so I'm in. I'm all in. I've been in since I started playing Planet Coaster 1, waiting for Planet Coaster 2. But yeah, let's take a look at this food stall here. Good detail, very nice. Just everything is just little knickknacks here and there. Just things that are placed that add to the atmosphere of this park. And it's just the woodwork, the pulleys, the ropes. I mean, there's so much. The piece count is incredible. I haven't taken a look at the final piece count, but we are at about 96% on the PS5. And it's a smaller park, as you would expect with Genetix-Soft. And as you would expect with Genetix-Soft, there goes Gulpy, his favorite mascot, zooming past this. Another just awesome building. This is so cool. I mean, the wood just looks so real. So real, the way it's the way it's used, the way it's put together. I love that. And another great statue here. I actually just recently tried to make one of my own. I have made one of my own, but I definitely took inspiration from this because this is awesome. That fur that you see on the shoulders, those are just the begonias colored black, which is awesome. And the sword is made out of the adventure pieces. So is the hilt, and so is the mustache and the shield, all made out of adventure pieces. So it's amazing what we can still do in Planet Coaster 1. I mean, it's been around for years and years and years, but we haven't even scratched the surface, the level of creation that's possible. So imagine how many years or decades we'll get out of Planet Coaster 2. So we've come to Tyr. That's what I'm going to call it. This wooden coaster, and this one is quick. It is quick. It gets down and dirty, not very tall, but it packs a punch. So we'll hop in the queue line, and I love the queue line. It's not indoors, doesn't tell a story, but it's in the middle of the coaster, so you can see pretty much everything that you're about to endure on this coaster. And the station too just looms over all of this. And the custom supporting, don't even get me started on that. The custom supporting on this really makes it stand out. We'll see that from the air, but you can see a little bit of it from the queue line. It really brings this coaster to life. It's not just an average coaster that you would plop down in your park. So let's hop into the station. Another thing that I love before we hop on the ride is the level of detail in the station, right? I mean, you look around, you have a custom shield here. all of the drapes and the bunting that's differently colored, and the way it's used. You've got the hay over there, the pulleys, the bins. The attention to detail is great. So we're gonna hop on this because I don't want to keep you waiting any longer. But we'll wait for a train to hop back in the station. I think I see one. There it is. That's our train, and that will be our seat right in the front. These folks are happy. They're happy. So we'll enjoy this. This is Tyr, and I'll see you on the other side of the platform. Hope you enjoy it. Oh wow, that was Tyr, and I am in tears of joy after that ride, and tears from it being so quick. I wish there was more. That lift hill is not high at all, but it's such a long ride, and the way it interacts with the path is awesome. I love this entrance plaza. If you don't want to get in, you can just sit here and wait for your family to get off the ride. I love that. I love that, and I'm still loving this station. You know, we really didn't appreciate it from the queue line, but it really is a masterpiece. I love this. Right? I love this whole aesthetic. This Viking, Nordic, Scandinavian, whatever you want to call it. I'm loving this area. Absolutely loving it. Everything from just the path really makes it too. This color palette, this scheme, the statues. Yeah, and there's so many trains running on this thing. It reminds me of his African park. There was just something always going on. I mean, I think we just saw like three trains on the same track. I mean, that's great. That's awesome. So we'll head back out of this area because this is the back of the park, and we've got our drop tower there enclosed, which we'll head toward in that area of the park, which is kind of a darker take on the whole Viking aesthetic. And so I believe we came from this way. Did we come from this way? I don't know if we did. No, we didn't. So let's take a look. Oh yeah, we got a restaurant here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. It's a tavern though. It is a tavern. I did something similar in my park. I named the restrooms after Odin's throne. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. It was a jumble of consonants. I'll tell you that. But you'll have to see that when I come out with that video in a bit. But it looks like we're heading off to a different area of the park. Let's check what this is real quick. Oh, Africa. Yeah, part 5. Part 5. That was a fun park. If you haven't watched that one, go ahead and do so. Let's take a look at this backstage area. Just look how massive this is, this backstage area. And I know I said I'd get to the other part of the park, but you just the thing about Genetix-Soft and his parks is that you can just keep getting lost. Oh, and there's the water treatment center for the water ride, which we're right behind. There's a lighthouse you can see right there. Yeah, so yeah, just, I mean, you know, it speaks for itself. Right, it speaks for itself. I want to go up these stairs. Oh, I can't go up the stairs because they are custom stairs. Okay, but I think that leads up to some sort of an emergency exit on the ride, which again, didn't have to do. Nobody's going to see it. No one's going to pay attention to it, but it's there. And what's behind this door? Okay, we're going to sneak in here real quick, and looks like we just have a larger maintenance area that wraps behind the wooden coaster. Okay, enough time. Let's get out of here before security catches us. we haven't been caught yet in the other parks, so we'll zoom back this way into Scandinavia and head toward Odingard, which is my favorite area of any Planet Coaster park that I've visited. And that is saying a lot. I mean, wow. You come in and you're just met with this coaster that weaves and bobs around this area. And I love how closed in it gets over here. As you look, and there's a drop tower inside there. We're not going to ride it, but that is a drop tower. And I love how it's just disguised in this building. Watchterror, great name, great name. I love that. He says we should take a look at it at night, but I like it during the day. It's about a 20-minute wait. We're not going to go on it, but I just want to kind of bask in this area. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. Don't know what that is, but we got a Street Fox coffee here and some toilets. That's great. That's awesome. But I believe the true entrance to Odingard, yes, is right here. And oh, look at that timing. Oh, wow. Wow, that was awesome. Like, imagine being met with that when you enter this area. And just the way it closes in on you. It feels like you're in a true Viking village. And that's exactly what this is. And even the way the coaster disappears overhead. And the fact that it's a suspended coaster, too, really adds to that whole just kind of oh, there it goes right into the building. Yeah, you have the mist coming out. Yeah, this is such a cool area. And before we hop on this ride, it's called Raven. Before we hop on it, there's one more entrance into this area that I think is even better than the one that we just got, and it's right over this bridge. And we'll turn around, we'll head, because this takes you kind of back to the entrance of the park, right? So here's the entrance of the park. And then entering Odingard from this angle is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. You walk in and you see this coaster wrapping around all of these buildings. And these are all put together, I mean, with copious amounts of wood. But then you cross the bridge, and you have the coaster both above and below, flying through the rockwork, flying around the buildings. You can see it disappear into the building off to the distance, and even see the watchtower in the back. I mean, it really feels like you are in a Viking metropolis. This is so cool. This is so cool. And then you go over another bridge. And again, you have these flybys. Man, I wish we had the coaster flying by right now. I haven't seen one in a while. It might be broken down. But, oh man, wouldn't that be awesome? Just look at that turn. Look how tight it takes that turn. I can't wait to get on this thing. And you've got Odin's ravens right there watching over you as you watch over the people on this coaster. It's fantastic. And it's called Raven. And we're going to go on it after we take a look at my favorite quiet area of the park, right here in the back. This is very nice. You got Odin's Eye, just a grab-and-go shop over here. You grab what you need, you take a seat, you pop into the loo if you need to, and then you're on your way. But, yeah, I love that. And all the while, you've got Raven calling to you. And it's calling to us right now, so we're going to head over that way and give it a ride. I mean, you just see, like, section after section after section looking down this way. Oh man, that's so cool. So let's hop in the queue line. We're not going to take the priority route because you miss so much when you do. So we're going to take the general admission route, but we're VIP, so we can skip past some guests. Not too many in this park, because I did again lower the count of guests, or the number of guests that can be in the park. So let's see if we can find our way. It's a bit of a maze. Oh, I think we accidentally hopped into the priority pass line. But that's all right. Hey, we got a train and no one's in the station. So we're going to hop on and we're going to ride it at night as per the instructions. So that's what we'll do. While we're waiting for a train, we'll appreciate the station because the level of detail outside continues on the inside. But yeah, we've got no wait, and we have a train, so let's hop on. This is Raven. Hope you enjoy. See you soon. All right, and here we are after Raven, and there it goes. I could not leave this video the way it was without showing you the way that this thing flies through its course. It was broken down on our approach to Raven, but now it is up and running at full speed. I don't even know where it is right now. That's how quick this thing goes. There it is. Yeah, taking these turns, it's low to the ground, it's through the rocks, it's under the path, it's over the path. Like, there it goes, whipping around these buildings. Excuse the camera work, but it's hard to try to keep up with this thing, because it is flying. And what a fun ride. Low to the ground, and then disappears back into the building. And this building is massive, too. I mean, everything that's included in here. But you can't tell from flip cam mode. You can't tell from guest view, and that's the most important thing when it comes to good theme park design. And then it comes to this tower as well. And let's see if we can get a shot of the doors opening. Maybe. It doesn't look like they're coming up just yet, but the doors do open. I can't tell you how many takes I've done just trying to get a shot where the doors open. Maybe we'll see it on the overview. I'm gonna check one more time. No, I think they're done. All right, but the doors do open. Hey, look, if you have a PS5, go and check that out, because it's really a cool view of the entire park when you're up there. And speaking of that, I mean, this park, the views are incredible. Everything from Odingard to northern Norway, which is where the water ride is wonderful. So let me know what you think of this park. Like I said, it was my inspiration to start this series. I saw it and I said, what more does Genetix-Soft have to offer? And this park did not disappoint, nor did the others. And I'm sad to see it come to an end. Very sad, but excited to see what he will create in Planet Coaster 2. But wait a Scandinavian minute, folks. Here we are back at Nordic Quest, and we are going to ride this thing. I could not leave the video the way it was without taking you on it, because I'm in editing, and I'm looking at shots of the park, and I'm like, wow, this looks fantastic. If I'm me, watching me take you through this park, I'm screaming at the screen, go on it. What are you doing? Why would you leave that out? And so I'm not. And if you made it this far in the video, congratulations, you've got yourself a nice surprise. We're going to have our own Nordic Quest. Thanks for sticking around, if you have, and thanks for sticking with this series. And we're going to end with Nordic Quest, because the views you get from the queue line are absolutely amazing. So we'll wind our way up these steps, and look at that. Look at what you're met with. right? We couldn't see that from the path at all. Everything from the rockwork and the snow to the water feature, the marina, the lighthouse, even this buoy. Look at this. This is custom made here. All surrounded by beautiful foliage surrounding this beautifully blue body of water. And right off in the distance, look at that timing. Yeah, aren't you glad we came back here? I don't know what I was thinking not coming back here. I mean, just the views from the queue line alone are magnificent enough to have me go back and walk you through this thing. So we'll just take our time and gander as the ride meanders around. It's so bright and welcoming back here. I mean, I absolutely love it. And the way it just sits right over the water. There's the exit line there. We did see that. Another boat splashing down. So we came from that side, but we didn't come from this side because we are in line. We're going to get on this thing, and I'm so excited. So we'll zoom through the queue line, and I love the rigging up here. I love the barrels. I love how you come up high. There you go, and you could see the guests return soaked, as you would expect, into the station. Yeah, really excited to hop on here. And so that's exactly where we are going to go. Now, we've seen the station already. We popped in here from the exit side. And as we saw, it's everything you would expect from a Genetix-Soft station. So let's hop on this boat. It's about to leave. We're not too late. Let's hop on it. This is Nordic Quest. I'll see you on the other side. Enjoy. And with that, this series comes to an end. I hope you enjoyed it and stick around for more. I'd like to give a huge thanks to Genetix-Soft for creating these wonderful parks for us all to enjoy. From the mysteries of Magical Town, the excitement of the Old West, and the tropical islands of Polynesia, to the savannas of Africa and the fjords of Scandinavia, among others, I've enjoyed every second of it. An absolute treat for me and all who have watched alongside. So thank you all for watching. Your comments keep me going, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for my park, Frossenfoss, coming to you in the next Plancocat Spotlight. Enjoy the rest of your day, night, wherever or whenever you are. This is Plancocat, signing off. See you next time.